Morning all, welcome to another video and another day in the life of Matt that's living with MS. Where to start? Not in a particularly good place, I suppose. Not suicidal or anything like that. It's the wrong kind of place. Over the last few weeks with the hot weather, I've been struggling. I find it really affects the legs, the walking, the balance. Basically, my whole demeanor is just off. I can't explain it. Even at work, I can't concentrate. I find even the simplest of tasks frustrating now. It's stuff I've done in the past. I just can't remember how to do it. It's just really crazy. I must be driving the guys at work nuts as well, because I keep asking a young lass that I work with, how do I do stuff, and stuff I should know. And I'm also trying to study for exam still, and it's just going in one ear and out the other. And the other thing that is really, really annoying is a lot of the materials video related, and the 72 hours of video training to watch. And I switch it on, I start watching it, and the next thing I know, when I wake up, like 2.5 hours has passed, and I have no idea why I'm so tired. I sleep all night. I go to bed particularly early, although I still automatically wake up at stupid o'clock in the morning. Usually awake by about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Usually I had a shower by at least 5 o'clock in the morning. I do go back to bed, sort of sleep for about half hour after I've had a shower maybe. But it's just, I have no idea what's going on with the brain. I do know, like most of you are probably screaming at me, they get the same thing. This hot weather is not good. And the office, although it's lovely, doesn't have any air conditioning in it. The only airflow there is if you open both sets of doors, front and back. It's an old barn, and yeah, it gets quite warm in there. I'm parked outside the office at the moment. It's a bit early, so I thought I'd do a moan-a-thon video, but I don't know, something's not right. I can't put my finger on it. Like I said, it's not suicidal thoughts or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, just a bit off. The other thing is, said lady is off on holiday. I can't remember where she's going, but it sounded wonderful. My wife and both kids are off later this year to the Far East. Not going home, but they're going to either Japan and then Korea, or Korea and then Japan. They haven't told me how they want me to organise the holidays or anything like that. So watch this space, as it were. A few of the other guys in the office, one's down in the south of the UK at the moment. The boss is going away somewhere. My other boss is away at the moment. And it's just everybody's going away and enjoying themselves. And yeah, I'd like to go away, but we got the logistics of can't really fly anywhere because taking the walker is impossible. Some of the places I'd like to go, the terrain is not great. So it's just sod it, I might as well stay at home kind of thing. Can't seem to drive anywhere because the moment I start driving, I want the loo. And it's not as bad as it used to be. Whatever was causing me to have bladder problems in the past seems to have been sort of kind of leaving me alone at the moment. I do monitor regularly, but the urgency is not so much as it used to be. Been for another set of bloods recently. Wouldn't surprise me if they call me up for another MRI scan at some stage. The blood monitoring now is every 6 months. So it used to be 3 months and it's now 6. Usually I also get a neurology appointment for September, but I've not had anything come through yet. I do want to talk to him. I try to reduce the pregabalin I take for the feeling in my hands and my feet. The feet I can cope with, but it's my hands. I'm also finding that I used to be able to type quite well on a computer keyboard, and now the accuracy of the fingers, especially my left hand, is not as great as it used to be. And I keep hitting the caps lock button, so I'm typing away and I'm typing in capitals. And I'm also finding I write probably 5 or 6 characters and then I have to delete them because they're wrong. And yeah, I find that frustrating as well. I used to be able to touch type at quite a reasonable speed, and now I'm lucky if I can probably write, a sentence probably a couple of minutes. My radio friends will tell you, unfortunately, I do suffer from verbal diarrhea when I'm typing. The recent Flight 777 thing we did, I wrote an article that started off as a page and a half. By the time I finished it was 28 pages. Even after editing, that still came down to about 23, 24 pages of 11-point text. So the follow-up story, again, I had to physically limit myself, and I could only get that down to 7 pages. It does take a long time to write, though. It should only take me half hour to an hour to write that sort of stuff. It took most of the day. I'm also struggling. I'm building some electronics at the moment, and there's a lot of mechanical work involved, and the workshop I use at the house to build this stuff at the moment is being incredibly hot. There's no heating or ventilation in there. It's as it is. It's out in the garden basically. And with this hot weather the UK is having at the moment, the garage is too hot to work in, and if we have winter, it's too cold to work in. So there's like a period of October, end of September, October to work in it, and or sort of February, March time when the temperature is just bearable. But doing a mechanical job like marking out a piece of material to cut or drill a hole in is just so frustratingly problematic now, because I'm trying to mark something and my hands are shaking, not violently or anything like that, but it's like now if I hold them like that, they're pretty still. Yeah, they're not sort of twitching or anything like that. Let me move that over so you can see them. They're perfect. But when I start to draw a line or something, they sort of like that as I'm drawing, and it's just really bloody annoying. So yes, I know the MS is progressing, and I'm still very thankful, very, very thankful that it's left me alone. I was diagnosed in 2005, and here it is in 23, and I'm still able to walk, I'm still able to work. Okay, things have changed, which we just spoke about earlier on, but generally, I do feel it's starting to catch up with me. But like I said, I'm still lucky. Some people I know, some friends that I know that have got MS are a lot worse than I am. A lot worse than I am. So I won't moan about it too much. No point. Meds wise, like I said, the pregabalin, I need to talk to the neurologist. We backed the dose off as much as I think I could tolerate, but my hands are starting to suffer. So I'm going to ask him if I can just up the dosage a little bit. See what he says to that. The Kesimpta is going well. Not due another dose until the 5th of next month. I don't know. Do you know, this is how bad my mind is. I can't even tell you what the date is today. It's the 20-something or other. But I'm not sure what. There'll probably be a little message pop down below saying it's the blah. So, yeah. What are we doing for time? Okay, some of my colleagues will be arriving shortly. So I shall disappear in a moment. But other than just feeling a bit down and sorry for myself, everything else is okay. As I said, a little annoyed that I'm struggling at work because I'm forgetting stuff and I can't remember how to do it, and it's going in one ear and out the other ear. You know, I try to write things down, which works quite well. But there's stuff that you can write down but you can't take to an exam, for example. Anyway, I'm moaning. I'll catch you all later. Be safe and look after each other. Bye bye.